Good morning. Welcome to UU Asheville. Whether you're joining us here in the sanctuary or joining us online, welcome. We're so glad you're here.
Buenos días y bienvenida, bienvenido, bienvenide a la Congregación Unitaria Universalista de Asheville. Igual si estás con nosotros aquí en persona o en línea. Bienvenida, bienvenido, bienvenide. Quien quiera que seas, de donde quiera que vengas, donde quiera que estés en tu camino, como sea que te identifiques, a quien quiera que ames. Nos alegra mucho reunirnos contigo hoy.
I am Reverend Audette. I am the lead minister here, and whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you are on your journey, however you identify, whomever you love, we're so glad we can gather this morning in peace. And of course, every time it happens, we are blessed to have Dr. Les in our choir, Simon and Jen Johnson, who's one of our faith formation leads, our bridgers today, Stella and Mars, and the Shadle family here to make this service beautiful. But it also takes about 40 or more volunteers every Sunday just to make this time possible. And I hope that in time you will be one of those folks. Now, after the service today, we're going to have some treats to celebrate our bridgers, and then we will also have our budget town hall, at which there will be childcare, and both the middle and high school youth have a meetup. So don't miss that. Make a plan for that. But for now, please take a moment to silence your devices and prepare your hearts to hear our opening music.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to see magic lands, wanna be a dreamer, be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. There is no place to go to compare with your imagination. So go there to be free if you truly wish to be.
Despite distance and fear, we are connected. Despite loneliness and change, we are connected. Across different experiences and lives, we are connected.
When we wish to laugh, we are connected. When we need to mourn, we are connected. Across a nation divided, we are connected.
Can I talk?
You just did. And with this lamp we now kindle, we are connected not only to each other here, but in spirit to Unitarian Universalist everywhere. Together, let us say it.
Together.
We are connected.
I know, but
Are we on? Can you hear me? All right, Shadle family, come on up. This ceremony in which we are about to share is both ancient and timeless. In all parts of the earth and from the earliest days of recorded history, parents have brought their children at an early age to a place of worship, sharing their joy and dedication with those of their wider community. Also their patience and forbearance, of course, as we all do. Traditionally, in a ceremony like this, it's time to recognize each child by name.
Such beautiful words.
Yes. Yes. For it is by our names that each of us is acknowledged as unique. So this is a solemn and joyful celebration of community, even if not everybody feels exactly the same about it. Shared between parents and friends and our UU community to mark the simple truth that we all have a responsibility for the care and nurturing of each child. It is our task to give them a world of peace and justice in which to grow. It is our task to share with them our hopes and ideals and to nurture their hopes and ideals as well. It is our moment to witness and honor the zest and wonder of life that these children have, and in that witness, bring again to ourselves our own lost innocence and wonder, which life may have worn away. And so I ask now the parents, are you ready to dedicate these children to the work of love and to the values of our Unitarian Universalist faith? If so, please respond, we are.
We are.
You know, the poet and priest John O'Donohue offered these words of blessing to a child. As I enter my new family, may they be delighted at how their kindness comes into blossom. Unknown to me and to them, may I be exactly the one to restore in their forlorn or exhausted places new vitality and promise. And now I ask you, will you promise to care for Gabriel, Jackson, and Benjamin, love them with all your heart and all your soul, raising them to love justice and live with compassion? Will you extend to them and to yourselves and each other? Hey, sweetie, are you okay? What do you need? Let's figure out what he needs and we'll take a moment.
He's disappointed that he didn't get to light the chalice.
Shall we blow it out and let him light it? Because it would be better. Yeah, go for it. Let's do it. We can do it here. And let's not blow it. Let's do this so we don't want to splash any oil. There we go. And y'all can share it together if you want. Maybe hands together. This one right here. Oop, don't smooch it. There you go. Y'all all get to see it done. All right, we were back to this part where we're saying, will you extend to them and to yourselves and each other both patience, kindness, and courage in good times and bad so that they can see your love in action? Will you encourage them to follow their dreams to the best of your abilities? If so, please respond, we will. We will. Terrific. So grandparents over here can scooch just a little bit. It takes a village to raise a child, but within that village are beloved elders whose path has led them closer to a child's life. You have a very special place in these children's lives. And so this morning we ask you, will you promise to love Gabriel, Jackson, and Benjamin, to care for them and help guide them to love justice, and live with compassion? Sorry for the awkwardness. Extend each of them kindness and courage. Will you support them in living their dreams? If so, please respond, we will. We will. And now, as the parents, let's turn towards the congregation here. As the parents speak each child's full name, I ask you to echo that name back in unison.
Gabriel Lee Shadle.
Gabriel Lee Shadle.
Jackson Clark Shadle.
Jackson Clark Shadle.
Benjamin Carter Shadle.
Benjamin Carter Shadle. All right, Matt, if y'all can, maybe why don't you, since you're holding the kiddo, why don't you stand there beside them? It's going to be more awkward than I had hoped trying to flip these pages. All right, here we go. Whoop. This is water. May you always find your thirst quenched. May you know the joy of hard work. May your tears be cared for. May you dance in rain and play in puddles, because I need you to remember you are of water. We're going to let this just be for these kiddos, okay? All right. These are feathers from a bird of the air. Can I give you this feather? Okay, you can take it. May your lungs always know the blessings of fresh, sweet air. May you know the joy of a good laugh, and like the birds, may you soar. May you have a life full of scent, breeze, and sigh. Remember, you are of air. And now let's look at the chalice, y'all, that you got to help light. And remember, this is fire. May it remind you of the divine spark in all of creation that's also in you. May it inspire love and justice. May it be the warmth of community, and may your days be bright. And always remember, you are of fire. And last but not least, do you want to hand it to them? These are roses in bud, one of Earth's flowers. When we dedicate you, this rose is still in bud, as you are. We have removed the thorns, just as we work to help make your path safe as we can while you are young. May Earth provide all you need of sustenance and beauty. May you also be a blessing to the earth. Remember, you are of Earth. And now that these children have been blessed and welcome, we ask that the members of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Asheville rise, as you're willing and able to do so, our members, and complete the ceremony responding with these words that are on the screen. We welcome this child into our circle of service, spiritual seeking, and love. May we find new courage to live in such a way as to be a blessing and a worthy example to them. May we remember to see the world through their eyes and learn with them. Today, we pledge ourselves to support them and their parents in the arduous and joyful task of faith formation for this child. We commit ourselves once again to creating a safe and welcoming environment where parent and child alike may learn, serve, and grow. We embrace you as one of our own in faith and fellowship. Welcome. Y'all can go ahead and have a seat. Blessings. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Now we share another special ritual as we honor our high school graduates who are crossing the bridge from childhood to young adulthood. Bridging is a UU ritual marking the significant time when these emerging adults open doors for new experiences and a greater understanding of their faith. Bridging is important not only in the life of an individual, but also in the life of the whole family and this faith community. This is a rite of passage, like coming of age. It is a call to us in the older generations to recognize and commit to the young people who bring a vibrancy to this place and the world. I'd like to invite Bridgers Mars Fulson and Stella Moore forward.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
To introduce our Bridgers, Mars Fulson and Stella Moore. Here's something I know to be true about each of you. You show up. For me, showing up means telling the truth, being honest, speaking from your heart, and keeping your word. It means giving your best as a friend. And you do that. Good luck. We all hold you in our hearts. We are family here. Jen?
Bridgers will be eager to hear about your next chapter and to see you when you're able to return here. No matter how long or what your past has been with us, you are part of us. You shape us with your strength, your ideas, wisdom, beauty, and bits of magic and mystery too. You are sacred and you are loved. Now we have some gifts for you. Margaret's going to help with that. This ceremony continues a circle of sorts. As you witnessed in the child dedication just now, our young ones receive roses without thorns. As a symbol of the bridging process, we again give you a rose. But this time we leave the thorns on. You are now better equipped to handle those prickly parts of life. And we have some more gifts for you. And you can go ahead and open these right away. We all want to see. I'm not the best rapper, I'll admit that. So the first thing you'll see is we also give you gardening gloves because there are ways to help mitigate those thorny pains of life. Let this be a reminder to always use the tools that you have, to seek new ones, and to always be building your toolkit. And the last gift, a book, Becoming, a spiritual guide for navigating adulthood. May this travel with you so you can remember and call upon your UU roots wherever you are. We hope that you'll seek a UU home in wherever your new path leads. Stella and Mars, thank you for sharing your presence and spirits with us. You have blessed each of us by being here as part of this loving community. And now, as a symbolic way to send you on your way to your new status as emerging UU adults, We're going to have you cross a bridge of sorts, and Reverend Audette will send you with a blessing. So, bridge makers, rise up. All right. These are some of the significant people who have joined you on your journey and helped guided your way. Maybe curve it a little bit to go up the middle aisle. Bridgers, you may take your gifts and be blessed on your next journey.
As you take these sacred steps into young adulthood, never forget the love of this place and these people which goes with you. We have faith in all you are becoming and can't wait to see what you will do in the days ahead. But never forget, there is a religious home waiting, doors open, eager for your return. Jen, I did not understand what you just urged me to. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, that's what we will do, for sure. And now it is time to sing our children off to their faith formation classes, which we're going to do. If you are new today by any chance, or you're here with a grown-up who isn't familiar, please have them go with you to meet your teacher and find out where to pick up the kiddos after the service. And now we'll sing together. What's going to come next is our time of prayer, but before we do that, I do want to acknowledge something, and that is that we have a beloved who has been working on our on our pastoral care team for quite a while. Myrtle, can we just wave at you really quickly? She is retiring from our pastoral care team after many, many years. The love and care that Myrtle has shared with this congregation for many years, which, by the way, it'll still happen. It's just in new and different settings. And so we are so grateful to Myrtle and all the folks like Myrtle who help us make this place happen. But now I invite you to take a moment to breathe deeply, to settle your hearts, your minds, your bodies into a spirit of meditation or prayer. Infinite wisdom, source of creation and creativity, help us to dream boldly. Make us unapologetically utopian, ready and willing to envision a better world, better selves, better communities, where every living being has what it needs to thrive. Teeming oceans, clean and healthy, bright skies, clear and fresh, an abundant earth on which a thriving and beautiful orchestra of life sings. We, the children of your imagination, are inheritors of that unbridled creativity. Help us heal so we can turn all our talent to the work of love and rebirth. Remind us to look for the visionaries already dreaming among us and to invest all we have and all we are in hopeful, generative visions of a new day just waiting for us to work for her. May it be so. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be. Aho.
feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we desire. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. And a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things like the Nile, each one there to make us smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we desire. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. And a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
So in the first service, which is our contemplative service, and we do things a little bit differently there, and we had a reading, which is part of something I'll be sharing in my sermon today. The reading is from a piece called Imagineers of Soul, and one of the takeaways I want to make sure you know about it is, in it, Christine Robinson talks about how at Disney World and Disneyland, the people who help create all of the experiences, including the rides, they're called Imagineers, right? And so I just want you to know that before we begin. And this is also from that same article by Christine. She asks, why do people go to museums in the first place? If you ask museum visitors why they came, the top answer isn't generally to learn something, so purely educational motives don't explain the attraction. What does? I think the answer is at the core of what drives much of the human experience. It is the same reason some people read books, raise families, go to church. Meaningfulness. We go to the aquarium to feel a connection to the environment, the science center to ponder mysteries of the universe. We go to quench a thirst, to fill a void. So Robinson reflects on a common wacky notion that we seminarians have when we enter the religious life, that it is our job somehow to help people find a sense of meaning. Christine says, why do people come to church? It's not to learn. People don't even go to museums to learn. It is not to be entertained. People don't even go to Disneyland to be purely entertained. They come to church. They especially come to church to quench a thirst, find meaningfulness, to have an authentic experience, or in more traditional religious language, to connect with mystery and see their everyday lives reflected in the mirror of eternity. Churches, then, and the lay and ordained people who lead them are Imagineers of soul. Over time, this theme has emerged again and again. Why do we come to church? Here's why we don't come. We don't come to take on a second job. We don't come because we don't have anything better to do with our free time on Sunday mornings. How many of you didn't have something else you could be doing today? Anyone? Anyone? Probably you did. We come because we are hungry for something. We come because we long to be a part of something greater than ourselves. We come wounded and broken with secret anger or despair, hoping to find a way to forgiveness, to hope, to the peace which passes not away. We don't even come to church just to make friends or because we're ready to volunteer for something. Although if you're ready to volunteer for something, we got you. The world is full of places where you can have that kind of need filled, and some of it pays. We don't. The thing is, people are drawn to church because they long to understand their lives within a context of meaning. We long for a way to touch something greater than ourselves, to connect to something that moves us to be more just, more loving, maybe even wiser, and certainly more peaceful than we typically find in the noise and clatter of the world. And underpinning all of that is another hunger, the hunger to invoke our spiritual imagination, a creative vision of who we might be at our best, and that better world that we can create. So how do we get there together? As Unitarian Universalists, we center ourselves in a profound respect for the individual and their journey to truth and meaning, untrammeled by imposed dogma, and that is grace itself. And many people who are here this morning are here explicitly because they found a balm in this freedom and that openness. But openness isn't enough. That's really the bottom line. If we just take a hippie religious perspective and say, hey man, you just do your thing, whatever turns you on, that may sound cool, but it is not enough to make a religious community. The diversity of thought we have, a somewhat vague notion of religious tolerance we're okay with. But how do we bind ourselves to one another? Religion comes from religare, to bind together. How do we find a language that we can share? How can we move past our own reactions to certain religious words and perspectives and open the doors of our heart to understanding one another and truly helping to work with each other on a journey into that heart of mystery, the wonder of life itself, and imagining the embrace of a love that actually could unite all things? That requires imagination. Now, In this article, Robinson points a finger. She says boldly and knowing the cost that what holds us back is fear and shame. We're afraid to expose our spiritual struggles to one another out of a risk of being scorned. She says, for example, we use the precious hours we have to play don't ask, don't tell about matters of the Spirit. We don't tell what we do believe in part because we're not prepared to talk about such frightening, personal, delicate matters as our intimate spirituality. But holding back and playing small gain us nothing. One of the greatest strengths of this congregation is an openness of spirit, a willingness to laugh and to try new things, be a little awkward and imperfect, right? Why should we be one scintilla less ready to take a chance and talking about our spiritual imaginings? After all, our primary project as a religious community is not to show up, stay comfortable, and play it safe. We are here to reach out towards one another and take the risk of talking about and trying to experience and feel and bring into ourselves an experience of the holy, to gain a greater sense of what it would mean to live a fulfilled life, to understand the far reaches of love's ineffable power. We don't have to believe exactly the same things about life, the universe, and everything in order to long for those things together. But we do have to stretch ourselves further with language. We have to eschew scorn and eschew debate in our conversations about what matters to us, what we are trying to believe in, what we long for. Imagineering that place where you are welcomed and encouraged to grow spiritually in our congregations was always our intent. We do have things that bind us to one another, despite you being a UU atheist and me being a pagan, and Jill being a UU Buddhist, and Josiah holding on to his Jewish heritage. We come to church because we are seeking meaning. And beyond that, we know that we are the meaning makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams. We're the ones who resonate with a story that I have told before about the builders. Do you remember it? There's a woman, she's walking one day, and she comes across a person who's laying bricks. And she asks this grim-faced bricklayer what he's doing, and he answers, "I'm putting bricks on top of one another." And she nods, "Okay, cool. And she walks a little further on. She comes across another worker. "What are you doing?" she asks this person, who says plainly, "I'm building a wall." And then the woman, she walks a little further along. She finds a man who's humming to himself, placing brick on brick. "What are you doing?" she asks the third, who replies joyfully, "I'm building a temple." We must not underestimate the human longing for meaning. Meaninglessness leads quickly to despair. That isn't to say that we have to live with a notion that our every moment is part of a grand design, though who knows, it may be. But rather, we need to feel that we are connected to things in this world, and to feel love that some people feel, feeling held by things beyond our understanding. We need a relationship to life itself. We need to love something. And most of us want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves, to help create a world that is more filled with possibility and hope than when we arrived on it. We come to church because we want to do this together, to be a part of a community openly struggling together, celebrating together, risking together. And so I have an invitation for you. I invite you to ask yourself today and tonight and tomorrow, while engaging your bravest imagination, what matters most to me? What do I long for? If I could deepen any experience of my life, what would it be? What is the source of joy, the source of love? Journal on these things. Maybe talk to your beloved about them. Tell your children what you believe. Ask them what they care most deeply about. Ask them where they think caring comes from, where love comes from. Maybe don't turn on your computer tonight. Don't watch television. Don't get on Xbox or Blue Sky. Sit for a little while and just look out at the world. Look into your own heart. Seek the mind of God if you dare. And then I want to invite you to bring some of those imaginings back here to us and share them, because each of us is an Imagineer of soul. So let's live like it. Amen.
Please rise and body or spirit. We're going to sing hymn 347.
Thank you. So now is the time in our service when we have, we usually welcome our newcomers and guests, our visitors. Because we're a little tight on time today, we're not going to invite you to introduce yourselves in here, but we do ask and invite you to come on in to our social hall after the service and meet with us. We have folks at our welcome table, and everyone in here already knows the secret to how we make this a welcoming place. What do our members and friends always do in coffee hour? Talk to at least three new people. Exactly. So hopefully you will be talking to lots of folks in the social hall. We do have some announcements. Of course, these run as slides at the beginning of our service, and they are also in your Thursday e-news, which I know each and every one of you click on it, you open it in a new browser tab, and you read from the top to the bottom, don't you, friends? You do that. I know you do, because that's how you find out about the amazing things happening here. And if you don't receive those for any reason, just reach out to us at information@uuasheville.org, and we'll either get you on that or we'll help you figure out any problems. So a few announcements. Next Sunday is Flower Communion. So I invite you to make sure you remember to bring a flower or two with you. It is also TK's last service that he is leading for us here in his time as an intern. So you don't want to miss that. It's not that when we're saying goodbye to him, it's just the last service he's leading with us. So Flower Communion, Mother's Day service next Sunday. Also, the final On Freedom class is this Thursday evening via Zoom. We're going to be looking at the work of Sharon Astick. Very important, not uplifting, but important. And even more important is this Wednesday is the last Vespers of the church year, and at that service, we begin with a potluck, so bring a little something, join us. We'll have a little service in here about love, and then we are also dedicating Reverend Mark Ward's memorial plaque in our memorial garden, so we know you want to be here for that. Please join us. And after the service today, if you're not already aware, in our social hall, we have lots of cookies and treats to celebrate our Bridgers. And then we're also going to have our budget town hall here in the sanctuary. For that, we have childcare, and our middle school and high school youth are having a special meetup. So everything for everyone here today. And you're going to want to hear that, be at that budget meeting today. All right. And certainly not last, as we pivot here, this is the time in our service when we receive the offering. Our community plate partner this week is Riverlink, and I told Susan Andrews she couldn't talk today because we're so busy, but you can talk to her about Riverlink in the social hall. Susan, you want to wave? Talk to Susan about Riverlink. They're our community plate partners. Every week we split the plate offering with our partners. And our congregation is supported by the generosity of people who find us for an hour or a lifetime. We are built on the foundation of the gifts you share, and we are grateful to each of you. for the gifts of your love, your time, your talent, and your generous hearts. We are deeply grateful.
You get to sing again. So please rise in body or spirit, and let's sing a fun song.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, white copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Three-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, bodies that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
And now, nurtured by the blessing of community, may you go forth sharing the best of yourself with a world that needs your all. Let us sing together one last time.